Morning, gentlemen. A few months ago, a Sri Lankan manager was lynched to death in Pakistan. He was working in a factory, or because of some blasphemous comments, his own employees lynched him to death. Now, recently we are seeing this Samsung K stores being vandalized because of the same reason. Now, over a period of some 73 years, many Hindus and Christians have been persecuted because of this reason कि किसी ने blasphemous comments दिए. Some have been, many converted themselves to Islam, and many have fled away due to fear. And Pakistan's economy lies in tatters, we all know. Its armed forces have been politicized and Islamicized. This is the outcome or the destination of the road that Pakistan took in 1947. अगर किसी को इंटरेस्ट हो कि स्टडी में कि as to how Pakistan has moved gradually and reached this stage where we can have a discussion subsequently. And how it has moved and why it has moved, because it chose religion as the basis to form a country. And so religion became predominant in its politics and institutions. Now, prima facie, it appears today that we are also taking the same road that Pakistan took in 1947. Now, some may say that we are not taking this road. But the incidents now that are taking place today do indicate that we are taking the same path. Our politics is increasingly revolving around temples, mosques, and religion. Our institutions, that judiciary, army, media, are all coming under pressure. Some have even compromised. Justice Pardiwala, recently after the Nupur Sharma's verdict, articulated this sentiment in his speech and said, "Log kya kahenge, log kya sochenge," is an enigma that haunts each and every judge when he is penning down the judgment. And he insisted that the judge must be more concerned about meeting the needs of the rule of the law and the constitution rather than being concerned about it. But he has expressed the concern कि ये प्रेशर जज के ऊपर होता है, अब कि मीडिया में उसको किस प्रकार प्रोजेक्ट किया जाएगा. The withdrawal of the Twitter message of Iftar party that was organized at 15 headquarter 15 Corps by the PRO because of the comments made by some right-wing activists is also an indication that these institutions are coming under pressure of the kiska pressure? Religion ka. The recent killings in Amravati and Udaipur, the Nupur Sharma's case we all know, the hijab issue. Remember the video that was circulated as to how those goons were chasing a girl shouting Jai Shri Ram, the lynching of Muslims, the Gyanvapi mosque incident, the Taj Mahal issue, the violence between Shiv Sainiks and Khalistani supporters in Patiala, the recent spat on Hindi and Kannada language between Ajay Devgan and Kannada's artists, and उसमें politicians भी घुस गए, कूद गए. Even a minister in UP jumped into it and said all those who have a problem with Hindi cannot be part of India. Imagine. The abrogation of Article 370 and the comments thereafter of Omar Abdullah that in 1947 They were told that Muslims will be treated equally and not suppressed. Had they knew that they would be suppressed, they would have taken a different option. These are not isolated incidents. They are all interconnected. I forgot to mention the riots that took place recently in last 1 year or 2 years, or after NTCA protests, then recently in Khargan and Raisen, Delhi, and many other places. These are not isolated incidents, they are all interconnected. They are a reflection of people's sentiments. And if things deteriorate any further, the politics can take a very ugly turn. Prima facie, therefore, it appears that we are taking the same path that Pakistan took in 1947, and we avoided walking that road. That's why perhaps we are here, because we walked on a different road. We are the fourth largest economy. Perhaps that was the reason, because we chose to take a different path. India has always had inherent divisive trends. We know it. And it was with great difficulty that those differences were patched up. Probably we had, a common enemy. So that's why those differences got patched up. But there were solid efforts made to ensure कि वो differences patch up हो जाए, and so we got Azadi. But soon thereafter, those chinks started appearing, Nagaland, Kashmir, anti-Hindi agitation in South, division of states on language basis, demand for separate states like Punjab and Assam, etc. Now, during these 73 years of independence, many separatist movements came up, emerged, and petered out. The successive governments fought these challenges by ensuring that they could do it successfully, face these challenges successfully, because they ensured that the country gives its people freedom of expression, freedom of worship, freedom to pursue any religion and faith, and ensuring that the nation remains secular. However, some felt that these governments, by ensuring that there is secularism, they felt that Hindu culture can be the uniting factor, and the secularism जो है वो बल्कि separatist feelings को encourage करता है. Now these forces not the forces, but these organizations who felt that secularism is a burden and it encourages separatism, now these people are in power for last 6 years. They have all the resources now at their disposal, and therefore they have the responsibility to ensure safety of lives and property of the countrymen. So as always, the supporters of this current dispensation feel that the communal environment is being spoiled deliberately by the forces who, for their own political vested reasons, want to project this government as divisive. Now we need to realize a few things before it is too late. First, a country is not merely a geographical entity. ये कोई geographical entity ही सिर्फ देश नहीं होता है कि हिमालय से लेके हिंद महासागर तक. It has millions of people of different colors, shades, different aspirations, different desires, of different faiths, speaking different languages. It is the people who make the country, and not vice versa. उल्टा नहीं होता है. Right? Second important aspect, opposition is a nature's law. If you cut too many trees, the nature would react. If you produce too much of carbon dioxide, the nature will react. Newton also said the same thing in the laws of motion, third law of motion, I believe. To every action there is equal and opposite reaction. So everyone, the great men like Jesus, Muhammad, Ramchandra ji, Krishna ji, Gandhi ji, Nehru ji, Vajpayee ji, Indira Gandhi, Abraham Lincoln, they also faced opposition. And the dictators also faced the Hitler, Mussolini, Saddam Hussein. They also faced opposition. So for whatever they did. So there is no one who, ऐसा कोई भी नहीं है जिसका ओपोजिशन नहीं होता है, चाहे वो अच्छा काम कर रहा हो चाहे बुरा काम कर रहा हो. So to blame or put the blame squarely on the forces acting against is not a valid argument. Instead of blaming the forces acting in opposition, we need to get back to the drawing board and examine as to what is going wrong, so that we do not advertently or inadvertently take this path that Pakistan took in 1947. For more details, I'll come back in the part 2. Thank you. Jai Hind.